Hey there everybody, Mr. Fry here. Today we are going to talk about word usage and we're going to discuss the rules behind some commonly confused and misused words. Okay, these are going to show up on your EOC undoubtedly, and this is only going to help you with your grammar and your writing skills. So without further ado, we will go ahead. Rule number 1, use a before a word that begins with a consonant and use an before a word that begins with a vowel. A consonant is any letter in the alphabet that is not A, E, I, O, or U. A vowel is any letter that is A, E, I, O, or U. So, for example, a bathtub, a test. Both of those letters are not A, E, I, O, or U. They are other letters, so that makes them consonants. So, you're automatically going to use the letter A in front of those to refer to those objects. Over here on the other side, we have an egg or an exam, okay? Both of those letters are the letter E. They're both vowels, okay? So that means that you're going to refer to them with the prefix an, okay? Those objects are referred to as an egg or an exam or an apple. A is a vowel. You see what I'm saying? Alright, rule number 2. Do not use the word ain't. Ain't is not a word. It is very comfortable and it's ingrained in our southern vernacular, but it is not a word. I am guilty of using it sometimes, but I promise you that in any formal communication, in any job you have, in any formal writing you do, it's not acceptable to use ain't as a contraction. Okay? It's grammatically incorrect. Instead, you should use am not, isn't, or aren't. So, for example, I ain't going. The correct usage, or the correct words that should go in place of that ain't are am not, okay? I am not going. I ain't going. It flows better and it makes more sense and it's grammatically correct, okay? She ain't pretty. No, that's not correct either. When you're referring to somebody else, you need to say isn't, okay, in this sentence. So, she isn't pretty. Not saying that she isn't pretty, but just for the sake of the example. Finally, they ain't my friends. Okay, that's also incorrect. You're going to use the word aren't. They aren't my friends. They are not. Okay, that is a conjunction that you would use instead of ain't. Rule number 3. All right, this is the accept and accept rule. One begins with the letter AC, letters AC, and then the other begins with the letters EX. AC, accept, means to receive. Accept, or EX, means to leave out. So, an example of accept with the A, I accept your gift. I accept the iPhone as my gift. Okay? Accept means to leave out. Okay? So, I want everyone at the party except you. A really good way to remember the difference between these two is to think about ex-girlfriends or ex-best friends or ex-boyfriends, okay? When you're thinking about exes, obviously you do not want to include your ex in any activities, okay? Anytime that you're thinking about leaving something or someone out of something, it's EXCEPT. On your EOC, you may see questions that are worded like, all of the following answers are correct except which answer, and then it'll give you a list of 4 choices to figure out which one is the incorrect answer. Okay, so just think about X. You want to leave them out. That is except. Everything else, like I'll take this from you, I will receive it, is AC, except. Number 4, affect and effect. Okay. Affect with an A means to influence. It's also a verb. Effect is not a verb. It is a noun. It means the result of something, okay? So this curtain behind me is blue, okay? Colors affect my mood. That blue color influences my mood. Okay? It does something, so it's a verb. However, the effect, or that starts with the letter E, the effect means that, or means the result of something, okay? So the effect of that color blue is that it's calming to me, okay? It makes me feel at ease and, calm and chill. So affect would be for if you were trying to say that the color affects your mood, and then the effect is that result of that color, okay? So the specific color blue, the effect of it is that it is calm. Okay. 5. Beside means next to. Besides means other than. So an example of the correct use of beside would be Dara sat beside me. Dara sat next to me. I put my iPhone beside me. Besides, just beside with an S on the end, means other than. So that means, did you bring something besides cake? Or did you bring something other than cake? Do you have any iPhone models besides the iPhone 5? Okay. All right. Rule number 6. Between is used for two things, okay? So I am stuck between the couch and a wall, or I can't choose between the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 6. Among is used for more than two. So an example of that sentence could be the fungus is among us, okay? So another example, bringing the iPhone back in, would be I can't choose which phone I want among all of the iPhone models available, or all of the iPhone family. Okay? Among, more than two, between is two. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay? If you can fit between the two things, or if you can put anything between, then it's just two. Okay? And that's correct. Among is more than two things. Rule number 7. Bring means to come with something. Take means to leave with something. So, bring me your homework is correct. Take me your homework doesn't work, okay? Because you're coming with it. If you are coming to someone with something, it's bring, okay? Or if you're bringing something to an event, like to a party, bring soda to the party, or I am bringing soda to the party. To take means that you are leaving with it. So I am taking an iPhone 5 from the Verizon store today, okay? Not I am bringing an iPhone 5, because obviously they have them at the store. You don't. All right. Rule number 8. Can and may. This is one of my pet peeves as an English teacher. You do not ask me if you can go to the bathroom. You ask me if you may go to the bathroom. Okay, there is a big difference between those words. Can is an example of you asking me, am I able to do this? May is the difference with you asking me, may I do this? Will you allow me to do this? Okay, may is used for permission. Can is used for ability. Are you able to do it? Okay. Can he hold his breath this long? You can't choose how long you hold your breath. You just hold it as long as your lungs will let you. Okay. So you can't say may. The only instance where you would say may I hold my breath is if you were asking somebody else permission. Okay. So may I use the restroom is the correct form of the sentence. Okay. Rule number 9. Never, ever, 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 ever use could've, should've, and might've, okay? The ofs are incorrect. That is not how you say it. These are really could've, C-O-U-L-D, apostrophe V-E, which just means could have, okay? Should've, or should have, and might have, which means might have. Okay? These are conjugations of these two words. Okay? 10. Than and then. These are very commonly misused too. So the difference between these two is that than, T-H-A-N, is a comparison of two things. I like her better than you. I like the iPhone 5 better than I like the Samsung Galaxy Note. Okay? I like green better than pink. Then, T-H-E-N, is a time word. So you would say, I went to the store to buy eggs. Then I drank down the raw eggs. Okay? T-H-E-N refers to the time in which you did the thing that you're talking about. Okay? I went to sleep. Then I woke up 8 hours later. Rule number 11. Never, ever, 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 ever use used to. Okay? The phrase used to does not exist. Notice that ed is not on the end. It's just the word used to. All right? The correct phrase is used to. Used to. Okay? That ed on the end of that changes the form of the verb and turns it into a past participle. What that means is that it changes the place and time that you're talking about what you did. Okay? I used to fly airplanes. If you say I used to fly airplanes, it's grammatically incorrect. It does not exist. Okay? Always make sure that you're using ed, used to. Okay? Number 12. When you are speaking of a person, do not use that or which. Okay? You always use who or whom. She's the girl who shot her dad. She is the girl to whom I referred. Okay? She is the girl to whom you speak. Okay? Who is for living, breathing people. That or which are used for inanimate objects like the couch, the curtains, the phone, things like that. Okay? Number 13, whether and weather. Okay? Two very commonly misused words as well. Whether, W-E-A-T-H-E-R, talks about like rain, tornadoes, lightning, snow, sleet, wind, that kind of stuff. That's weather, like the outside weather. Weather has an H in it, W-H-E-T-H-E-R. Okay, it's got two H's. Okay, one starts with W-E-A, one starts with W-H-E. Weather, W-H-E, talks about a decision. Okay, the other one. So, for example, I don't know whether to eat the cupcake or dinner first. I don't know whether I should buy the iPhone 5 or the Samsung Galaxy 3. Okay? What will the weather be like on Sunday? That is EA, W-E-A. Okay? Make sure that you have got these down. Number 14, some of the more popular mistakes. We've got there, and there. At this point, you should have had this over and over again, but just as a rebreather, T-H-E-I-R means it belongs to them. So, I will not take away their property. Okay? Or, that is their iPhone 5, not my iPhone 5. T-H-E-R-E talks about a location. So, it's over there. Okay? Or, I set the iPhone 5 over there. T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E stands for they are. They are going to walk. They are not coming home until 9 o'clock. They are eating Mexican food for dinner tonight. So an example with all of these used appropriately. They are there. Going to walk to their, T-H-E-I-R, favorite store over there. Okay, T-H-E-R-E. Number 15. Two, two, and two. They all sound the same, but they have very different meanings. Okay, the first one, TWO, is the number 2, the number after 1. TOO means also, an excessive amount. If you can substitute the word also with the word to and it makes sense, then it is TOO, okay? It means an excessive amount. Then finally, the letters T and O, just without the extra O on the end, is a preposition or a verb phrase, okay? To be is an example of the verb. So, I'll have 2 donuts and milk to go with them too, also, okay? I hope it won't cost too much. TOO is also, or an excessive amount. TO, with just one O, is the preposition, or the verb, okay? It's something, a verb. To go, to be, to sit, I'll go to sing, that kind of stuff, okay? And then the number 2 is TWO. All right, that's it. I hope that this helped you guys out. Make sure that you review this as often as you like. This video will hopefully be a helpful resource for you as you are studying for the EOC. All right, thank you guys.